Could the Security and Exchange Commission case against Ripple falter over a conflict of interest? Could Ripple become the best solution for central banks likely to adopt CBDCs soon? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, we are giving away 25 XRP at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome back XRP Army. Let's grow the XRP Lab community by pressing the like button and subscribing to this channel to stay updated at all times. Some people are of the opinion that the newly disclosed documents may make the lawsuit brought against Ripple by the Security and Exchange Commission more difficult to win for the agency. According to these documents, a former official of the Securities and Exchange Commission may have been in a conflict of interest when he made a speech on Ether. Ripple, a blockchain firm, and the Securities and Exchange Commission have been engaged in a court battle since the year 2020. The Securities and Exchange Commission has filed a complaint against Ripple and two of its senior executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Christian Larson, alleging that they marketed XRP currency as unregistered securities. Now, the anti-corruption watchdog Empower Oversight issued a statement on May 11 claiming that information obtained through a Freedom of Information request proved that William Hinman, a former director of corporate finance at the Securities and Exchange Commission, had a conflict of interest. It was a mistake for him to deliver a speech in 2018 in which he said that Ether and the transactions that use it should not be considered as securities. The watchdog says that this is something that he should not have done, which is something that we have been saying for many years. They tweeted from their official account, saying, "Empower Oversight requests Office of Inspector General of the Commission conduct investigation into the failure of the Security and Exchange Commission Ethics Office to prevent cryptocurrency conflicts of interest by senior staff." According to the nonprofit watchdog, Hinman should have recused himself from speaking about Ether because he has a direct financial interest in the law firm Simpson Thacker & Bartlett, which is a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. This direct financial interest was not declared. The Enterprise Ethereum Alliance is an organization that encourages the use of blockchain technologies on the Ethereum blockchain. John Deaton tweeted on the same day that a possible failure by Hinman to comply with regulatory requirements might put the Security and Exchange Commission whole case against Ripple in risk. In the event that the conflict does exist, according to Deaton, the case might be a game, set, and match for Ripple. His tweet stated that, "Empower Us and Jason Foster retrieved the emails below." If Hinman did not submit the speech to conflict screening, it is game, set, and match. The Ethics Office is going to be pissed and wants to throw him under the bus if we force this investigation through letters from Congress. John Deaton claimed that Hinman worked for Simpson Thacker prior to his joining the Security and Exchange Commission and that he later returned to the business in the year 2021. Empower Oversight in their report said that Mr. Hinman, who annually received more than $1.5 million in retirement benefits from Simpson Thacker while he was employed by the Security and Exchange Commission, had repeated contact with the law firm personnel. These contacts included the referral of a business prospect and participation in at least one exclusive conference, sponsored in part by Simpson Thacker personnel, designed to provide insiders with special access to high-level Security and Exchange Commission officials, which could burnish the law firm reputation among clients and potential clients. The records do not, however, reveal efforts by Mr. Hinman to dissuade his former law firm colleagues from contacting him, nor do they demonstrate that the Security and Exchange Commission Ethics Office monitored his compliance with its directives. In order to ascertain whether or not Hinman had a conflict of interest, the group asked that the Office of the Inspector General of the Security and Exchange Commission perform a full assessment of the agency ethics officers. 3 factors would be taken into account during such a review. First, understand the degree to which the conflict involving this former official exacerbated the perception that the Security and Exchange Commission enforcement actions have selectively targeted some cryptocurrencies while giving others a free pass. Second, explain to the public how the Security and Exchange Commission Ethics Office failed to effectively ensure compliance with its clear directives. Third, evaluate the Security and Exchange Commission policies and procedures to identify ways to more effectively monitor compliance with ethics guidance. On top of that, in February, a former staffer at the Security and Exchange Commission named Joseph Hall predicted that the commission would lose to Ripple based on the merits of the case. This most recent development in the case is an unexpected twist on top of that forecast. Many people working in the cryptocurrency business have been keeping a close eye on this case since it is anticipated that the verdict could have significant repercussions. In the event that Ripple prevails, it would compel the Securities and Exchange Commission to moderate its formerly combative approach against cryptocurrencies. If the commission were to prevail in this case, it would almost probably pave the way for a slew of other lawsuits to be brought against crypto companies. What do you think, who will win? In a tweet, the Bank of International Settlements said that 9 out of 10 respondent central banks are engaged in some form of CBDC work, according to the Bank for International Settlement survey. The share developing or piloting CBDC has almost doubled on year, to 26%, while 6 out of 10 are doing experiments or proofs of concept. This is an impressively quick rate of adoption all across the globe, which may have been ramped up by the spread of the epidemic as well as the expansion of crypto during the past few years. There are not many options available when it comes to platforms that are built to implement CBDCs, but Ripple is now at the top of the list of available options. Due to the company's extensive knowledge in the field, Ripple has been serving as an advisor for the implementation of CBDCs for a number of different governments and areas thus far. The Ripple solution has garnered the attention of the majority of the nations in the world that both have developed economies and include the vast majority of the world population. This is a significant shift from only a few years ago when just a small percentage of people were interested in it. However, everyone is now aware of how Ripple may alleviate the problems that are associated with both international and national transactions. However, there are other individuals and organizations, like the Securities and Exchange Commission, who do not want Ripple to become widely used. Although it is now trading at around $30.5 thousand, Bitcoin is up 8.6%. Just recently, the price of the currency fell to its lowest point since December of 2020. The most prominent cryptocurrency dropped to its all-time low of $26.6 thousand on May 12, marking its lowest point since December 30, 2020. Because of this, almost every cryptocurrency, including XRP, saw a significant decline in value. Earlier this week, XRP was one of the cryptocurrencies that were struck hard by the crypto market slaughter that also affected Bitcoin and others. The price of XRP lost 19% of its gains on Wednesday before making a full comeback just before the day when payment giant Ripple was scheduled to have its day in court with the Securities and Exchange Commission. So, what do you think? Will XRP make a comeback before the end of this week? Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that the prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.